with the joy and peace which the world cannot give, neither can it take away. Amen.
And Richard Raymond is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and if you would be seated. So, did you ever have a party and your guests didn't show up? Here we are. We're supposed to have the junior ROTC today, and I don't know where the communications fouled up, but they did, and so there's no ROTC here, and so we're going to have a club assembly. All right, and we've got some, which is good because we've got quite a few announcements. First off, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow night is the Irving Cares Gala, and at the Rotary table, I have myself and my wife, Donna and Joey Ariando, Ivan Lemieux, DRC, and Rick Lindsay. And then Harry and Jimmy Chris are going to join us at that table. Okay? That's that. Any questions about that? Val Bozic has got some announcements. Hey, Val.
Hello, everyone. We had Rotary districts on Saturday, and our club was represented by Max, myself, and President Dr. Bill Labar on Saturday, this past Saturday. They had several things happening. There's other clubs doing a clink and drink in October as a fundraiser. They've got a pancake and sausage breakfast in October as well. The district is doing a membership drive and raffle where winners will be drawn in April, and the grand prize is an Alaskan Princess Cruise Ocean View cabin for 2. So we have any new members that come in, I believe they get at least 1 ticket, and then whoever completes this information online also gets a ticket. So I'm going to give this to Donna and give her some updates on how to do all of this. We also have, let's see, there's a cruise coming up. There's a service cruise coming up in January for the district. So you can go onto the district website if you're interested, or let us know. We'll give you more information. They have a party bus to Galveston. It's a round trip. You wouldn't even have to drive. I think it was last time $100 a person. We also have, let's see, club recognition summary. We have Paul Harris awards, and we have points that have been accumulated by quite a few of us for that. If I could call on Rick Lindsay to come up and talk about that a little bit, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay with me up here. I may need to ask you a question. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here today. It's a beautiful day in Irving, Texas. Can I talk about Paul Harris? And is it okay with y'all if I say their name and say where we are today? Nobody should be offended.
Gotta stand back here so they can see you.
Oh, okay, good. So let's just go down the list. Bob Bourgeois is a Paul Harris 5. Congratulations, Bob. Bob, you are at $6,122 worth of donations. And to take you to the next level, if you reach 6,500, then the club has points that we will donate and take you to the next level. Your choice. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but Rotary ID number 9581511. Make eye contact, Les. Les, we want to get you, as past president, we want to get you to a Paul Harris. So visit with me afterwards and let's talk about how we do that. But our club has many thousand points, 9,000 or some number. And then we have a member that also has a huge sum. Bobby Haas will go unnamed and Bobby will help. So what we'd like to do is our goal as a club is to have 100% Paul Harris participation. So how do you do that? Every email you receive from our guest, last paragraph says, give up your Starbucks for a week and that money and send, and that will enroll you in the program. Okay, so our goal is all of us to be a participant in Paul Harris. Well, you're sitting there saying, well, why? Why do I want to give money to Rotary? It goes into the Rotary Foundation, and then the Rotary Foundation will give grants around the world. One of them is WASH. Help me with what that means. Water. It's basically directed toward children and women. It deals with water, sanitation, hygiene, and the A, I can't remember, but it's got to be something good here. Yeah. But polio, fighting polio, and all the other 10 different programs that the 1.5 million Rotarians around the world contribute to battle. Okay, so with what's going on in the world, in Ukraine and Africa and Gaza, the demand is going to be unbelievable. Okay, going back to what I was focused on here. The lady standing next to me last year, her father was here. And you got your Paul Harris presented to you by your father, and the district governor was here. Quite an event for the club, quite an event for you as well as our members. So congratulations. So we have points to help Val. Let's see, Buddy Brown, you're at $2,592 for Paul Harris +1. Is it okay with you if we use club points because you're greater than $500? Can we use 5 points and take you to the next level? You don't understand how it works? Too loud? Well, I'm sorry about this. Is that better? Yeah, this place has an echo. I'm sorry. Bobby? Thank you, Bobby. I'll try not to echo. All right, so there's Buddy Brown. Outstanding. Okay. Number 1414706, Patricia. Is it okay with you? We need you to get to the 4,500 level because we go in $500 increments. So you're like $133 away. So if you choose, it will show up on our report and we will add some points and take you to the next level. Everybody, Patty Landers Caperton is a Paul Harris +3. So congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment. Absolutely. Let's see, Harry Chris, you're 2,888. You're a Paul Harris +1. Is it okay with you if we put points? You got the explanation from the guru there, Bob. Okay, so are you keeping track of this?
I will.
Okay. So let's see, that's 3 or 4. Linda Despain, she's 16. She's $16 short. So Linda will approve, I would imagine. Add that one. Let's see. Max is taken care of. You and Max are, yeah. So Max is way out there. Paul Harris +8. And I think she is a donor in her will. So Max is way, yeah, benefactor, she's way up. Let's see. Mara Gass, I'll check with Mara and see what her thoughts are. Bobby Haas is a Paul Harris 7. Bobby, congratulations over the years. Dave, Dave Harris is a Paul Harris 1. Dave, we can work with you when you reach the $500 level. So you're Paul Harris 1. So if you decide to take your amount to 2,500, then we will take 500 once to get you to the next level. Is that all right with you? Your choice. I'm just throwing out options. Randy Hubbard, I'll call Randy and visit with him. Am I taking too long, or do we have time? Oh, do we? Well, then give me one more minute. Somebody time me. Okay. Don Jensen, I'll call him. William LaBar, you're taken care of. Let's see. Jose Parra, I'll call Jose. And he's close. He's a Paul Harris. Richard Raymond, you're a Paul Harris +2. Is it all right with you? We put some points, or if you want to just donate yourself, you're at 3707. So you tell us what you want us to do. Take you to the next level. Renee, say again. Yes, to the next level, Paul Harris. Renee, let's see, I've got you at a Paul Harris. You're at 1,480. If you hit that $500 mark, then thumbs up, got it. All right, I'm gonna give you a sense of urgency just now. I'll call Crystal, she's close. John Van Buren, you're close. You're a Paul Harris 2. You're close if you want to take it and add $200 so we can put 500 points. Your choice. And then, okay. And then Pastor Webb, you're close. In fact, you're there, so we will match yours. And then Al Zapata is close. So here's the sense of urgency. The district governor will be here 17th of October. If I can instill a sense of urgency, go out online or do whatever it takes. Get to the next 500 level, and then we'll file the paperwork, and you'll get your presentation of your next Paul Harris level by President Bill and the district governor. We hope. So, great program. We'll have a program to talk about the details. But today, my job is to support Val and our membership. Thank you for the time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I have received an announcement that I will leave up here there's going to be a Sowers community cemetery celebration September 28th. If anybody's interested in that, we have information on that. You're dying to get in there? I don't know if I think you have to have many generations of family buried at Sowers Cemetery. Now, two things. First off, DRC has been voluntold, and she is going to take over the reading program at Thomas Haley Elementary, and we will be working to get that going. And DRC, thank you so much for that. Also, I need to report, pardon? You don't know Darcy? Okay. The second thing is we need to talk about flags. Now, in the last 2 weeks, or since the holiday, I have been down to Flag Barn 3 different times to disassemble flags. I've taken 5 full bags of flags to the funeral home of old flags, faded flags, torn flags, And then I took 9 home last week and laundered them. But we need to build a significant number of flags before we're going to be ready for Veterans Day in November. Now we have some time, but our first flag production is going to be this Saturday, 8:30 to 9:30. Bob Bourgeois and I went down and pre-punched 40 flags. So if we do those 40 and another 20, 25, we will be well on our way to where we need to be this Saturday. And then we will do another flag building day sometime in October. But I'm in complete agreement with Rick Lindsay. One of the few things that we're in complete agreement about, but I'm in complete agreement that the flags all ought to be very crisp and don't look like something that was at the final scene of Saving Private Ryan. Okay, if you remember that, they need to be crisp and new and look good, and they can do that. So. Anyone else have anything for the good of the? Yes, sir. 2 words. Come on up. Here's the thing. I talked to Jim Klein a couple of weeks ago and said, Jim, we have money as a club to support the 3 different ROTC programs. And we had it last year and it never got spent. And I said, he says, I know that was on me. So I sent him a text earlier this week. How do you want this money distributed? Haven't heard back from him. But we have $400 per program for 3 programs, which we need to do.
Awesome. So as Dr. Moore mentioned, there's 3 JROTC programs in Irving. There's one at Nimitz, there's one at MacArthur, one at Irving High School. The one that was supposed to be here today was the Irving High School JROTC. They have about 400 cadets in the program that they're whether you be a senior or a sophomore, junior, freshman, they have a lot of programs. But what the program does for a lot of the community, especially the Hispanic areas in Irving, is provides a lot of leadership and also discipline throughout their high school career. And for a lot of the cadets there that are in high school, they end up going to the military, or a lot of them, they end up going to a trade type or profession. But again, the program serves as a place where they learn a lot of discipline, and there's also ways to get involved. Specifically, what they have is the ability to volunteer as a group. So they volunteer with multiple different organizations, from the Toys for Tots to they even help with Irving Marathon and things like that, right? But there's a lot of things that they do in the community, and so over the last couple of years after COVID, what's happened is that now there's about 400 cadets, per school. That at the end of the year, whenever they have the awards, there's not a lot of recognition for those cadets that are in the different programs. And so the school also doesn't have a lot of funds to provide a lot of the different rewards, like it could be simple things as, you get a $50 reward card because you were the cadet of the month or things like that, right? So those are the things that as an organization, the ROTC cadets need more help on. Just more ways to recognize the cadets, but also at the end of the year, have some type of scholarship from the even from the Rotary Club to reward maybe the top cadets that are going to college, or they decided to go to the different areas of education. So that's where the need is, and then we're gonna come and share that with the club. I don't know, like you said, where the communication fell off. But it is a great program. There's 3 of them, and right now we're just working with the Irving High School JROTC. But there's again 400 cadets, so if we need volunteers, right, to come and even help with building the flags and things like that, it could be that we establish a program for all of those things. And so they're just looking to see how they can work with us as well, and vice versa. That's all I got. Oh, you got a question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Awesome. We have time. So to tag on to what Lazaro said, our Irving Interact Club president is part of the JROTC program, and he's done an amazing job. They've been doing, they took the $500 that we gave them as a club, and they've more than doubled their money already. They've got some big plans and ideas for the rest of the school year. So they are thriving. At their first organizing meeting, they had 25, 26 students. So they've got a pretty good group forming, and they had some others that couldn't be there for that meeting, but are interested. So they are doing what we would like them to do, and they're becoming active. So we're very thankful that Irving Interact is back up and running. They've got 3 sponsors. So that's nice. So they've got a lot of support. And I'm there for them whenever they need it. But then also in the community, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next, there's going to be a really cool Hallelujah concert at the Irving Arts Center. It is a choir from Ghana, and they're going to have some lively music. If you are interested, you can go to the Irving Arts Center and buy your tickets, but it's going to be a wonderful concert. And it is in connection with the Ghanaian Fellowship that meets at my church. And they're a delightful bunch, and any proceeds that they get above their expenses will go to help their ministry. So it's, not just are you paying for a concert, but some of that money will be helping ministry here in Irving. So please consider coming if you don't have plans next Saturday at 5 o'clock, Irving Heights. Thank you.
All right, and one last thing about flags, as Val said, Val and I and Max attended the district meeting. In the meeting, Val leans over to me and says, that story about what we do with the flags when we disassemble them is very compelling. So she came down to the barn as I was working on disassembling flags and produced a video that's on our Rotary Club website about what we do. And one of the things I talk about was that not only is buying a subscription to a flag a way to honor our country on the holidays, but this is also a way to honor the service of men and women who have passed away. And because those flags go on the bottom of caskets of servicemen that are going to be cremated, which is a very appropriate way to dispose of it, but also is secondary, honors the service of those individuals. And with that, anyone else have any announcements? Yes, sir. What about?
We hit it but it tends to be
No, I know you did. Enzo's a good kid. He's a good kid. So let me just share with you, when I was down there, Saturday after the district meeting, there was a group that was unloading flags, and they have several large routes. The guy told me they do 270 flags. I always take a bunch extra because he says they get stolen. Now, can you imagine that? An American flag with a Rotary tag on it, and somebody is stealing it. Go figure. With that. Huh? Yeah. Harry Chris, would you lead us in the four-way test as we prepare to adjourn? Would you stand, please? Is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And with that, sisters and brothers, we are adjourned, but we've still got time. So take time to finish your meal and enjoy the